Hey, what's up? I'm gonna be helping you learn how to monk today. I'm gonna learn you guys. I'm gonna teach you everything I know and help you get on the right track of being awesome and a monk. So let's get started. Us as monks with stances, all the stances basically do is allow us to do certain things. So our very first combo is boot shine. We can't do any combo after that without being in a certain stance. Unlike other DPS classes that can just pop out any skill when they want. I mean, obviously I'm over exaggerating. Some of them have skills that they can't do unless certain things happen, but for us as monks, we cannot do certain skills unless we're in a certain stance. So stances are kind of a big deal and they're cool and unique, but they're also kind of limited. We get our main damage from attacking from the rear, which basically includes boot shine, true strike, and demolish. Now, demolish isn't really a super OP, yeah, it's gonna hit hard skill, but it's a skill that falls into the category that hits from behind and it's damage over time. Our buffs come from attacking from the flank, which means dragon kick, twin snakes, and snap punch. Snap punch is pretty good. It's not as great as true strike, but it's you know, it gets the job done. It hits pretty hard. Alrighty then, let's get into this rotation. So the rotation is very basic. All you do is boot shine, true strike, then snap punch. And you would do boot shine again from the back, so this way you get a guaranteed crit, true strike, and then snap punch. And then dragon kick, twin snakes, and then demolish. And then your damage over time. The reason why I do all the buffs at the end is so this way I have a better management over all of them. So this way if I do boot shine, true strike, and snap punch, I can do that one more time. Boot shine, true strike, snap punch. Then it's time for me to reapply the buffs, which is dragon kick, twin snakes, and then demolish. But if you haven't noticed, I didn't say reapply motherfucking touch of death, did I? Because that lasts for 30 seconds. You don't need to put that on every time. That's just a waste of TP. But if you are worried about it and you're like, I'm not gonna remember it because I got too much on my plate because I gotta move and do the positionals and all this stuff, then you don't got, like, you apply it too. Like, it's your adventure. Like I said, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. When you do the when you get comfortable with the rotation, basically when you get done doing the first two rotations, when you get to the dragon kick, all you're gonna do is throw your buffs in there. So you would do dragon kick, then eternal release, then twin snakes, then blood for blood, then demolish, touch of death, and then you could pop perfect balance and go wherever you want. You could spam true strike a bunch of times from the back. You can spam boot shine. You could reapply the buffs for some weird reason if you wanted to. You could spam snap punch. It's whatever you want at that point. But right before perfect balance ends, you need to do demolish or snap punch, so this way you could reapply the grease lightning. So this way it's not such a hassle to keep up again. Because once you do a strike, like if you do true strike 1 second before perfect balance ends, you will not be able to start off from that combo. It immediately resets you back into boot shine stand. Cross class skills that I would recommend, I would definitely recommend blood for blood, but it's kind of a hassle to get because you gotta level up to 34 for that. It's okay. I was told that it was really good in the beginning, but they nerfed it to 5%. I already have it. I can't complain. It's an okay skill. I think you should get it if you want to add a little bit oomph to your damage. Invigorate is definitely a skill that you would want to get because it gives 400 TP back, and for a monk that's very good because all our skills just eat our fucking TP. Mercy Stroke. Mercy Stroke is from Warrior. I recommend this skill because whenever they're at 20%, you can just throw it out whenever you want it. It does not matter. It's got a cooldown obviously, but it's one of those I want that boss to die now skill. It's just a really good thing to throw out there to add to your DPS, and if you get the last kill with it, you get healed. It's pretty neat. You got healed from it. Every other skill is very optional. For me personally, I have Bloodbath for whenever I'm soloing, so this way I could just do Mantra, Bloodbath, Featherfoot, Internal Release, and then I can punch stuff and I can keep myself alive for a while. But again, personal preference, that's me. If you want to do something else like King Fury, do it. Being a monk realistically is not that hard, because it may sound like if somebody were to explain the stances to you and be like, oh, I gotta be in this stance and that stance to do it, it's really not that complicated, because you follow a combo system just like anybody else. It's just you can't do your combos whenever you freely choose. You have to do one to go to the other. Like literally you can't do one without the other. That's all it is. And once you get the hang of it, once you figure out that all I gotta do is these two buttons and then this last button, it's very simple. It's not complicated at all. Being a monk is very fun and satisfying, and I can understand why a lot of people wouldn't want to play it, because they don't get to come out of the door screaming, yeah, I'm a ninja, my damage is so good, Naruto. Like immediately they just come out and they could just wreck. Being a ninja is very easy in my understanding, especially with people who do nothing but macros, but fuck it, that's your guys' that's what you do, whatever. But being a monk, it's really fun, it's really rewarding, especially when you're dancing in and out of AoEs and your damage is still pretty good. It's a very satisfying feeling. It's a very fun class. I would recommend a lot more people playing it. I love punchy characters. Anything that involves punching somebody, you sign me up for that immediately and get it going. Yay for boxers. I don't know how exactly this guide went for you. Maybe you enjoyed it just for the sake of just hearing somebody's other opinion. Maybe you learned something. I'm glad, whatever. Regardless, I'm happy I made this video. I'm having fun doing this. Hopefully you enjoyed it too. If you did, great. If not, I apologize. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I will answer it to the best of my abilities. I am by no means a Final Fantasy expert or a pro when it comes to this, but I will not let anybody suffer in the dark as long as I can help it. But if I can't help it, then you're gonna have to stay in the dark suffering. I'm sorry. I'll get you a flashlight or a night light sooner or later. But alright, thank you.